If you want to crack UPSC Prelims 2026 or Mains, you need to understand PYQs. Now, PYQs are very generalized and cliched. कि PYQs कर लीजिए, PYQ based analysis कर लीजिए. But today, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you with proof of concept how PYQs, if done properly with structured approach, can make a real game changer. Now, remember, preparation is all about developing your core understanding on the static and eventually link it with dynamic areas. So I'll be having two videos one by one. One is the static areas. How UPSC thinks, the static mastery is what we look at. And just take out your notebook, make a note of what I'm saying, and listen to us. And people who feel that they want to take their preparation to next level, they can come to our inner circle session and see the quality and the difference we do. So PYQs are not past questions, remember, these are the future signals where the UPSC will go. And primarily the focus should be on the last 5 years, though you can look at the overall trend as well. So UPSC will repeat not the questions but the themes, the concept. It will give you a hint how to make questions, and thereby it is important that you understand that how UPSC is going to give the questions. So if you just understand the trend pattern, the way PYQs are framed, you can UPSC will there is very high likelihood that UPSC cannot surprise you. So we will focus on topic priority, question framing, elimination logic, and static dynamic integration. So let's understand. 5-year trend. UPSC has shifted from asking direct questions to conceptual application and multi-layered facts. So gone are the days when direct questions were asked. Factual questions, which of these is not fundamental duties, basic question of financial inclusion, basic questions of direct questions on concept of economy. Now that time has gone. Hard facts. The first is death of surface level reading. Now, if you're reading at surface level, if you're not reading 4 times, 5 times, if your conceptual understanding is weak, you cannot solve it. So surface level reading will never work. जो पहले काम करता था, factual rote memorization, believe me, it will not work. And that is where I advise 4R strategy. 4R where read, okay, revise, then recall, active recall 1 and active recall 2. So 4 strategies. So that is when you do multiple readings, your understanding is here. Then current inspired static, and I'll show you with proof, with example of last few years कि कैसे current से question पूछे जा रहे हैं. The return of map based conceptualization. So map, geography concept with map, IR concept with map, and you'll get the question. The pairing trap. Pairing trap means which of the pair is wrong, which of the pair is correct, which of these is correct. So you have one, only 2, only 3. So elimination is eliminated. So that is how the concept is there. Now let's understand each one of them. But before going ahead, now here I'm going to share this on our there's a community link of WhatsApp community. You can go there and the PDF and the video will be shared there as well. So you can click on that link. So shifting towards constitutional morality and deep parliamentary procedure. Now this is for mains examination. See how they are moving towards the themes and concept. Very deep. Okay. Going deep inside the questions. Economy, moving away from national income towards banking, digital payments. All these are current based. External sector, forex, bond market पे बहुत सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. Okay. Ancient medieval or new modern. They are going deep. Focus is on terminology. Example, Eripatti, Tanuyurs, specified details of rulers, Devaraya 1, Rajendra 1. Now remember, if you just master the NCERT, this will actually help you. Geography, heavy focus on agriculture. Yes, agriculture is always important. Physical geography of concept, and we'll solve some questions. So these are, and this is a holistically I'm saying prelims and mains now, but the next 5 minutes will be more prelims oriented. Environment, shift from generic global warming to emerging technology, direct air capture, artificial rain पे question था mains में. Species behavior studies, which of them are nocturnal in nature. Now instead of where they are found, they are what they do, how they do. That kind of questions are being asked, and these are ways. Now if you say paper is tough, yes, it is tough, but the cutoffs are also low. You have to attempt less and focus on higher accuracy, and static will decide that. Okay, so same concept, same things are going to be asked repeatedly, and let's understand that. For example, history, acts, consequences, chronological logic, geography, landform, processes, real world application. So let's understand, let's solve some questions. With reference to ancient India, consider the following statement. The concept of stupa is Buddhist in origin. Well, concept of stupa started early itself, even before the Buddhism. Buddhism or Buddhist people or the Buddhism when came, they kind of took it to next level. So statement 1 is wrong. Stupa was generally a repository of relics. Answer is yes. The stupa was a votive and commemorative structure in Buddhist tradition. This is also right. So automatically when you see, these are very direct static questions, and if you are studying history properly, ancient history properly, medieval history properly, you should be able to solve it. So this is where the idea is. Deep dive, minute, between the lines understanding is the key. Okay, stupa existed in Vedic times, pre-Buddhism, and burial mounds. As burial mounds, Buddhism simply popularized and refined them. So statement 2 and 3 are correct. Now next question. Under the instant Indian Constitution, concentration of wealth violates. Now this is DPSP, very basic question. Now such question you can't make mistake. So this is the concept of welfare state. Okay, the idea of welfare state, where we just make sure that Article 39B and C is where the focus has to be. So this is a very easy question on DPSP. Now when you look at it, the direct test of Article 39C of DPSP, UPSC often tests the philosophical core of DPSP versus fundamental rights. Because whenever you compare DPSP with fundamental rights, this Article 39C is always being discussed, and that is where very simply answer is B here. Now these are some very basic questions, but remember, you understand the kind of questions UPSC might ask. The third is the environment question. Which of the following regions was cheetah reintroduced project first launched in India? So this is very current factual thing. Kulo National Park, very simple. Now what I'm telling you that if you see such questions, you can't make mistake. ऐसे question आप गलत नहीं कर सकते हैं. Now instead of which of where are these national park, which part, now they are looking with current with a static. So national park is a static topic, and it was in news, so static with dynamic linkages there. Any common person with basic logic can interpret this. So combines current events with static geography, national park location. It tests your awareness of the landmark projects. Okay, if topic appears twice in 10 years, it becomes compulsory. What you can do, you can mark the PYQs, and remember, my own students, you don't have to worry. We'll do all the heavy lifting. मैं खुद आपका सारा heavy lifting करूंगा. Subject wise PYQs, topic which have to be read for prelims, for mains. You just have to go and execute it. Don't worry about doing the research here and there. Let me do that part, because as a mentor, as a guide, as a person, I have a little better understanding of how UPSC will ask questions, because I am investing more in that. तो आप पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दीजिए. Strategy वाला part, let me take care of it, and you just follow the execution. And of course, the accountability part भी हमको लाना होगा. And that is where, because you have to crack prelims in first attempt without fear and without overwhelm. Listen to my advice, surrender to the process, and selection will be there. आपको कोई रोक नहीं सकता एग्जाम निकालने से if you just understand what I'm saying. Okay? So mark PYQ by logic. We can make short notes and also identify the high yield topic, high frequency static topic. Now let's take this question. With reference to physical capital in Indian economy, consider the following pairs. Now, this is a very basic economy, NCERT. Farmer's plow, working capital. Farmer's plow is a machine, it's a fixed capital. The statement is wrong. Computer is a fixed capital, yes. Yarn, used by weaver, it gets consumed in the process. This is not a working capital. And petrol, working capital, yes, because it gets consumed in the process. So, only 2 is the answer. So very easily you can solve the questions. Very easily you can solve the questions. And this is a very basic macroeconomics question. But remember, the questions are very deep. Inside. Depth was very important. You have to think, correlate, analyze in real time, and then solve it. Okay, so pair 1 is incorrect, pair 2 is correct, pair 3 is incorrect, and pair 4 is correct. Consider the following statement regarding Coriolis force. Now this is a very basic question, conceptual question. Now, first thing that you study in geography is Coriolis force. Okay, when you go to climatology, it is maximum at the poles and 0 at the equator. This is right. Coriolis force is maximum at the poles and 0 at the equator, because at the equator movement is less. It deflects the wind to the right in the northern hemisphere. Now, question comes, which of these are correct? Now, look here. It is a very basic conceptual question. Both the statements are right, and this is where how the Coriolis force gets applied on northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Also, when you move from equator towards the pole and from pole towards the equator, the approach is different. UPSC likes testing extreme points poles with the equator. It is 0 at equator because there is no component of Earth's rotation perpendicular to the surface there. So answer is C here. Okay, so that is how I'm trying to understand. When you look at the UPSC PYQs based approach. You see how questions are being framed and just follow this. UPSC will give you hints how UPSC questions can be there. Okay. So what do you do? What should be the action framework? आपको क्या करना है? The first is analyze PYQs topic wise, segregate them. For my student, don't worry, I will segregate them. I'll share everything detail. Link static with current. Okay, so we'll show how static and linkage can be there. Also, on important topics, high yield topic, make micro notes. Retention, especially the factual part, जहाँ पे data driven होगा, उसको notes बना लीजिए, भूलेंगे नहीं. And then of course you can practice the elimination and revise PYQs consistently. In fact, सिर्फ PYQs अगर आप कर लेते हो ढंग से, maybe 15-20 questions सिर्फ PYQ से निकल जाएंगे. Okay, so don't chase new topics. Repeat the ideas, chase the repeated ideas. Do the same thing again and again. UPSC does not reward those who read more, it rewards those who read smarter. Okay, so read smarter, read sharper. That should be the way. Do like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you really want to crack UPSC CSE, come to our inner circle session and see the magic happens that in the class. It will take your preparation next level. And I'm assuring you, accountability will be there and overwhelm and fear will come down. Good wishes.